appears that baby boomers are jumping off the Trump train.
Oh no!
According to new polling from Emerson College, voters over 70 are now backing Harris over Trump by a majority. A slim majority, 51 to 48%, but holy crap. Whoa. Republicans normally carry elderly voters, boomers, silent generation, but now apparently that is shifting. Wow. In fact, just last month, 50% boomers, the silent generation, supported Trump, while 48% backed President Joe Biden, who then dropped out of the race and endorsed Harris last month. Now Republicans, again, they normally win the older vote, but in this point in time, they're actually not. They're breaking for Harris. Since 2000, Republicans have won voters over the age of 65 in every presidential election. In 2020, about 52% of voters in that age category voted for Trump. But now, changing, and it might get worse for Donald Trump, which is kind of amazing. The executive director of Emerson College Polling, Spencer Kimball, said in a press release on Thursday that likely voters under 30 have shifted toward Harris by 9 points, 56% of whom supported Biden, 65% now support Harris. Voters over 70 also support Harris over Trump, 51 to 48. Last month, they broke 50% to 48% for Trump. Independents break for Harris, 46 to 45, flipping since last month when the independent voters broke for Trump, 45 to 44 for Biden. As many as 93% of voters also said that they were extremely or very motivated to vote in the election on November 5th. Wow. Now, Kimball also noted the share of black voters who were very or extremely motivated to vote went from 80%, which is really high, to 91% over the past month. So people are excited. People they're excited, they're energized. I haven't seen this since 2008. I mean, it really is quite a bit of energy now over on the Democratic side, when before, when Biden was running, it felt like a death march. So, huge vibe shift. Now, 51% of voters, speaking of favorability, right? Harris actually has favorability, positive. 51% of voters say they have a positive view of Harris, while 49% said they have an unfavorable view. For Trump, the numbers are much, much worse for Trump. 45% favorable and 54% unfavorable. So he's in the negatives there. He is underwater. Now let's get to VP picks, right? Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Harris's VP pick, has a favorability of +3, 39 favorable, 36 unfavorable, okay? While J.D. Vance, Trump's pick, has a net unfavorability of -9%, with 33% approval among likely voters and 42% disapproval. Wow. I mean, look, with J.D. Vance, the guy gets into the race pretty much an unknown on the national stage, okay? And then went on to alienate just about everybody. Childless cat ladies, people who use IVF, Pokemon players. He's not winning with any of them, okay? He's not doing very well. And so, here's the thing. This made me realize something. That the Trump 2024 campaign has been a complete and unmitigated disaster from the get-go. I'm not just saying now that there's a shift to Kamala Harris. It was a disaster beforehand. The reason that nobody noticed that his campaign was a disaster was because of Joe Biden. And Donald Trump, I mean, he'd do rallies where he'd complain about the 2020 election. It's 2024. Complain about it, say a bunch of ridiculous things, lie a bunch of times, and then gaffe over and over and over again. And sound like a legitimate crazy person. I mean, and low energy crazy person. But the only reason that people didn't really pay attention to that as much is, well, Joe Biden, there were those questions of his age and his mental fitness that overshadowed the disaster of Donald Trump's campaign. And of course, people were used to Donald Trump acting like a mental person, because that's what he is. And so they're like, I don't, boring, whatever, ignore that. Oh, Joe Biden, he's old, and people are not happy about it. All right, we've got our headlines. Yeah. So now Biden did the right thing and stepped down from his campaign. And when that happened, all of the disasters that is Donald Trump's campaign, everything that he has done wrong up until that point, laid bare. Okay, we can see it all now. And it's like, wow, not good. Not good at all. And so the polling is definitely starting to reflect that. Not only that, but of course you have the energy behind the Harris campaign. You actually have it's weird because it's more of a positivity kind of vibe that you get from Harris and Walz. Walz is an extremely likable guy. Assistant coach, teacher, just normal guy energy. Whereas the Republicans are just being, I don't know, they're weird. They're being weird, extremely strange, and talking about weird things. We want to track your menstrual cycles, women, to make sure you're not doing no aborting and things like that. Again, super, super strange stuff. Trump attacking Harris's race and saying that she's not black enough. You're not winning people with this, okay? You're not winning any new people. And apparently, you seem to be turning off older people. I mean, even people in the villages. That's where this is from. In the villages, which is was super, super Trump. Now, you got Harris fans holding rallies in the village. You're losing the villages, Trump. You're losing the villages. And so, yes, this is a massive sea change from what we had previously. And I don't think these polls, barring something else, like a super poor performance at the DNC, which I doubt is going to happen, I think she's going to get a bump from the DNC, honestly, once she accepts the nomination. And if that happens and it stays, Donald Trump's in big trouble. But of course, as always, polls don't mean anything unless you actually get out and vote. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.